You have been to a hotel, a restaurant, a store, and you felt it. This rare moment when someone actually sees you as a person, not your order, not your booking number, or not your hotel room number, as it often happens. Welcome to the 15 Minutes Customer Obsession podcast. I'm Peggy, your host, and this is the place where we turn Touchpoints into Trustpoints for people, customers, and humans in business. Let's go. You, I'm sure, have also felt the opposite of the scenario that I just painted you in the introduction. Well, efficiency with a cold, friendly, political correct greeting, completely you as a person were invisible. What separates those two experiences? That's what I want to talk about today, not as a theory, as a framework I've built over 20 years in companies where getting it wrong meant losing a guest forever. 6 pillars, 15 minutes, let's dive in. I call this framework Genuine Human Experience Framework, GHX. Not a checklist, not a training module, more a lens for leaders who want to build organizations where customers actually feel something. 6 pillars, let me explain you each and one of them. Human experience is the first pillar, designing signature moments, the kind people talk about. Touch points are designed. You can map them along the customer journey, optimize them, measure them. Trust points, those aren't built, they are earned by human behind the interaction and by creating signature experiences. The question isn't, did we deliver the service? The question is, did the person on the other side felt it, experienced it, and knew it was meant to be for him or her? Well, Ritz-Carlton, Bulgari hotels. As a guest, if you are checking in for the 4th time, nobody asks names. Nobody confirms preferences. They simply know it. They know what you like. They have observed you. They have created behind the scenes signature moments for you, personalized. And that is not only a process. Yes, it is a process. There are standard operational procedure behind. But the difference is made in the moment that the person in the interaction is paying attention to the guest. Second pillar, relational revenue, creating value in every interaction. There's a belief in business that warmth and revenue are in tension. And I want to truly challenge that directly here. Customers who feel genuinely connected spend more, return more, refer more. Not because of loyal programs, because how at the end of a business day, at the end of a holiday, at the end of a purchase, at the end of interaction, they feel. Trust isn't a nice to have anymore. It is the most direct path to sustainable revenue. Third pillar is genuine leadership, leading with empathy, clarity, and accountability. You cannot give what you don't have. If you as a leader are not genuinely present, your team won't be either. And your customers will feel the gap. Presence is not a personality trait. It's a skill and it's a daily decision. When did you last truly listen? Not manage, not access, just listen. Ask yourself this question. Fourth pillar, intuitive strategy. Direction your people can act on with confidence. Data tells you what happened. Closeness tells you why and what to do next. The leader who makes the most consistently right calls, they spend real time with their customers. And following this podcast, we will go deeper into examples, CEOs, strong leaders who really apply this intuitive strategy. They are close to their customers, not in focus groups, in real moments. Pillar number 5, flow culture. Teams working with ease, trust, and momentum. Customers feel how your team is orchestrated behind the scenes. Not always consciously, but subconsciously, 100%. When you get into a room, when you get in contact with a brand, you know exactly whether the team works in flow mode or not. You cannot build a customer experience that is warmer than your internal culture. That is one of the most underestimated truths in customer experience. And pillar number 6, co-creation and impact. Teams and customers shaping outcomes together. And this is the future. The best customer experience aren't designed in a boardroom. They are built in conversations with people who actually live them. So why you bring customers into the process? Not as recipients, but as co-creators. Something here is shifting. The product improves fast, the relationship deepens, and the impact is real. This is the pillar that moves customer experience from service delivery to shared ownership. 6 pillars, 1 framework, 1 belief in the center. AI will do extraordinary things. It already does. And I celebrate that to an extent. But the moment a customer feels truly seen, that will be always a human act. Technology changes every day, every second, everywhere in our world right now. But the human need doesn't. I just saw this morning a statistic officially saying feeling appreciated is the number 1 need for people, feeling appreciated and recognized, personally recognized. Here at 15 Minutes Customer Obsession, I have one category that's called human or hype, and I will look every week in a situation, in an observation, and say, is it human or is it a hype? This week, I look into AI chatbots with names, personalities, sometimes a backstory, a history. Hi, I'm Adriana. I'm here to help you. Well, the technology is impressive. The intention, I get it. The problem? When a customer is really frustrated and Adriana responds with a warmth by algorithm, the gap between what's promised and what's felt becomes a trust problem at the moment. because we are in the beginning of really creating these AI personalities. And well, it's a problem because not AI is bad, because we are pretending it's something that it isn't. So this week it's hype until AI is honest about what it is. A human is free to step in whenever it matters. Let's say, can I please be connected to a human being and continue my conversation? And this is the performance that is really makes the difference, because here we go into presence. This week, red flag or green flag? We are talking about measuring customer experience exclusively through NPS score, Net Promoter Score. A company invests heavily in customer experience, and how do they know if it's working or not? They check the NPS dashboard. NPS is a useful tool. I'm not against data, but when NPS, the Net Promoter Score, becomes the only conversation and measure, when leader never talk to a single actual customer, something goes really bad. So you are measuring basically the echo, but not the experience, the real root cause of that metrics. So red flag, if your customer strategy lives on a spreadsheet only and never in real conversations, you already lost the customer you are trying to measure, in my understanding. Green flag, leaders who use NPS score as a starting point and then go deeper. The one question that I would like to share with you this week is, when did someone last make you feel truly seen, not as a customer, but as a person? And what did you take from them? You might want to take this into your next week, into your next team meeting, or in your next customer conversation. This was episode number 1 of 15 Minutes Customer Obsession. If something stayed with you, send it to someone who needs to hear it. AI is great, but humanity is the driving force. See you next Tuesday.